Hola a todos. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video with me. Wow, you guys, I feel like it's been forever since I sat down and talked to you guys, like had like a little chit chat, like platicando, just catching up with you guys. It's been a hot minute. So, les puse un post en mi Instagram para que me hicieran preguntas o algún tema de que querían hablar, lo que sea. Y gracias a todos los que me hicieron preguntas, se los agradezco de corazón. You guys are amazing. I got a lot of questions. There was a couple that was the same, so there was one in particular that was asked a lot, so I'm gonna leave that one till the end. So from Letty, thank you for asking me a question. I'm sorry that it took me so long to do this Comediando con Chayito. Pero antes de que continúe con el video, por favor, si son nuevos a mi canal, suscríbanse y prendan la campanita para que así estén notificados cuando suba cualquier video y así pueden estar básicamente al tanto de mi vida, lo que hago básicamente. So let's get right on it, guys. I'm gonna eat, so this is kind of like a Q&A mukbang situation. I got my lemonade, I got my flautas de pollo, mi arroz. You guys, I am starving. So if I am pausing every 5 seconds, sorry, I'm so hungry. No hice salsa, so don't mind my butt salsa because it's so good and spicy. Okay, vamos a empezar con la primera pregunta. Dice, how to keep ourselves calm and relaxed during all this rough time? I'm assuming COVID. Honestly, I'm a person who deals with a lot of anxiety already as it is. So this is actually a pretty good question from just myself. How I deal with it, honestly, I know you should be informed of what's happening out there in the world, like as far as like news goes. So I do read. I have on my phone like my Fox News and like my newspaper, so I do read stuff on my phone as far as like what things are happening and stuff like that. But like regular TV, like the actual like news on TV, I actually try to stay away from that. La razón por que hago eso es que I feel like they kind of like feed you more, like they worry you more instead of like helping you or informing you, because I feel like sometimes the news gives you like the information halfway. So entonces trato de buscar mejor like articles that I think are really, like reliable, like I know I trust it. So I read there. I try, como les digo, try not to read as much because I feel like, or listen as much because I feel like te pones un poquito más estresante. So one, I try to focus my energy on my life as far as like what's going on. I know you guys, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so it's easier for me because I'm here at home. For you guys day to day, you're at work, so you guys deal with a little bit of more of that front line. I am so thankful that we have people that are able to do that. And I feel like for that, take some time for yourself. Like honestly, I've learned to do this more now because before, siempre me ponía al último. And I feel like we as women, like we have to be mentally, physically, emotionally good to take care of everybody else in our house. So I would say, take some time, read a book, do something that you love. For example, you like your bracelets, so I feel like take more time doing your bracelets, take more time doing what you love, get away from all that, kind of regroup yourself, get your thoughts out. One thing that does help me a lot too is talking to my husband. Sometimes I bottle things in y a veces no saco lo que tengo, mis pensamientos, lo que me preocupa o lo que está pasando. Entonces, de tanto guardarlo, I feel like once I can't hold it anymore, like I have to tell him, like I have to just like let it out and just always just talk. I feel like that's important because nobody knows what you're going through unless you say it out loud. So talk to people. I think that's one of the biggest things. Hope it helps. It says, where is the first dining place you want to go after this pandemic? Honestly, I would say Olive Garden, just because I feel like you have to have like the whole setting and vibe to eat Olive Garden. Like you have to be there. It's one of my favorite foods, so I would say Olive Garden for sure. It says, Claudia, thank you so much for your question. What is your secret looking great after 2 kids and I only have 1? I haven't lost my baby weight. Honestly, I feel like social media and everything puts too much of what you should look after baby. Personally, if I still am not quite there. I would show you guys exactly like my areas that I'm very insecure with. But when I post on social media, I try to use my angles. Kind of suck it in here and there. So you guys don't kind of see, you know, that part of me. But honestly, the only thing I could say is just I'm not a person who can be on a diet because I have a problem gaining weight. So everybody's metabolism is different. But for me, I have a hard time gaining weight in the appropriate areas. Like if I gain weight, it all goes to my stomach, my little pooch. It doesn't go to my legs. It doesn't go to my butt. It doesn't go in. It just goes there so one of the things that I do try to do is to eat at home, eat at home as much as possible and cook meals at home as much as I can. Because I feel like that's one of the things that when you go out and eat outside, I feel like that's what makes you gain that weight that you don't want. Also, one thing that I do, honestly, I don't watch what I eat whatever I want, like seriously, whatever I want. The only thing I don't do is I don't eat really late at night. I feel like that's one of the things that does make you gain weight. So I feel like if it's really late, I just won't. What I'll do is just drink a cup of water and just call it a night, because I feel like that's when you gain that unnecessary weight. Pero, thank you. There's really no secret, guys. Yareli, thank you for your question. It says, how do you do it to pick an outfit? It's like so hard to combine colors. Honestly, I used to color coordinate everything before. Like if I was wearing a black top, I gotta make sure I was wearing black shoes. You know, stuff like that. Not anymore. I feel like now I see something and I just go with the flow. I'm really into fedora hats at the moment, and I have been for a while, but I feel like my addiction for it has grown more. But honestly, when I see something, I pictured it in my mind. Like I start thinking like, oh, that would look nice with the skirt. Oh, that would look nice with the jeans. Oh, if it's jeans, this type of shoes. If it's a skirt, then this type of shoes. So it just automatically, my imagination just kind of goes wild. I see, or I get inspired by a lot of other girls on Instagram that I'm always showing on my story. So I feel like I see what they are putting out there and I like it, but then I kind of make it my own, like what I like. For example, I do show a little bit here and there, but I'm still not comfortable showing like so much. I'm getting there, but I kind of like still make it my own style. Being a mom also too, like I can't be wearing heels all the time because I have to be running around after Santiago. He's gonna be 3 soon, so he's everywhere. So I can't be wearing like the really high heels. So I try to get like the chunkier heels that, you know, kind of go with a lot of outfits, I feel like. So I kind of basically just go along with what I like, excuse me, what I'm feeling. Like it honestly depends on my mood, like what kind of outfits I'm looking for, what I'm wanting to wear that day. You know, if I kind of want to look sexy, chic, comfortable, whatever it is. I feel like the most thing that an outfit looks good is that you own it. Like you have to believe in what you're wearing and you feel comfortable and good. That kind of comes out. I feel like, at least to me. So my tip, I guess I would say, just kind of go with the colors that you're comfortable with, because sometimes if you go with colors that aren't in your comfort zone, sometimes you tend to not like the outfit. So kind of start where you're comfortable with as far as colors go, and then from there you can probably start, you know, como se dice, like cambiándole like a little bit more out of your comfort zone as far as like the colors. Try to go with colors that you're comfortable with and styles, and then kind of from there start changing maybe that same style but in a different color. Honestly, I don't feel like anything has to be matching. Right now I feel like the trends and fashion has changed so much, so whatever you feel like wearing, I honestly think it'll look good. You just gotta believe in it. You gotta believe in it, because that's like the bottom key. Jackie, thank you. How do you feel now that Samuel is starting school? Honestly, I've been okay, just because I know he's here at home, so it's not as bad. Honestly, I get to help him. I love school, guys. Honestly, I do. So for me, being here with him at home, it's not like a huge thing, because I love it so much. Like when I was little, I used to teach my sister because I liked it so much. Like, so I love it. I'm happy that I'm able to help him with this. Like I'm able to be here at home and help, because I know a lot of people can't do that. So honestly, I'm blessed that I'm able to help him. Recently we thought he was going to go back to school, like actually go to school, and I actually had like a little panic attack and like anxiety, because I was not feeling comfortable letting him go. Pero little by little, I know it's gonna happen eventually, but right now we're okay. Sorry. So Delia, thank you for your questions. Thank you. I love it when you guys send me a lot of questions. It's awesome, because like I have so much to talk about, and I'm like sitting here like it says, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? That's actually a question that was asked a lot, and I was literally I hadn't thought about it recently, like before I did, but now like with Corona and everything, like it kind of put me in perspective as far as planning ahead, just because I feel like tomorrow isn't guaranteed, and I don't want to plan out something and then things happen, you know. But you know, if I want to say like where do I see myself, or what do I want really to accomplish as far as like setting goals for myself, honestly one of my dreams, or one of my goals that I would want to, is to be in collaboration with some of my favorite stores. That's one of the big ones that I think would be super exciting to achieve in the next 5 years. As far as family goes, I would say as long as we're healthy, we're good. We got a couple plans here and there, but honestly, like we're not putting too much thought into it, because I don't want to, you know, stick to some plan and then it doesn't work out, and then it kind of backtracks me, because sometimes like as women, you plan something and then it doesn't happen. Or like, for example, I was just asking my husband this, like when you thought about us or thought about your life in 10 years, did you see yourself where we're at now? And he's like, no, honestly, I didn't. Sorry guys, I had to attend to my child, porque a veces, you know, life is life. ¿Qué les iba a decir? So yeah, so as far as family goes, I feel like si todo se calma con COVID, I want to do a little bit more traveling. Kind of go to the places that we had planned for this year, and just kind of like, if it's better, then you just go for it, and go to the places that I wanted to go. Pero we'll see how it goes. As like myself as a woman, I guess I can say myself in 5 years. I don't know. Um, like I said, as far as that, like, social media goes, I do want, or hoping that I get to collaborate with bigger brands that have always been like a dream. Right now, already as it is, I'm already living the dream of collaborating with companies and boutiques that see something in me. So I'm like forever grateful for that, and couldn't ask for anything else, because that's what it all started. You know, me starting YouTube 3 years ago has evolved into this, and I am so grateful for all the opportunities and all the people that have believed in me and whatever they saw that, you know, they liked about me. So I am so happy that they have given me a chance to be a part of their companies. So I am so thankful for that, and just keep on growing. I ultimately want to go back to school. I feel like education is a big part of me and will always be a big part of me. So I do plan to go back to school. So we will see how that evolves. But yeah, that's pretty much what Maria is what's next for me. I feel like I'm growing each day. I'm learning. I'm becoming a little bit more familiar with what I want, what I see in myself, what I still need to grow on, and I still have a lot of room to grow as far as a mom, a wife, of everything. So every day is a learning experience. Marriage tips. I did see this. I would say meeting halfway. I feel like meeting halfway is a huge tip. And by halfway, I mean, we as women sometimes feel like we need to be, ¿cómo se dice? Que te halaguen, que te traigan flores, que te compren cosas, que, you know, que te den piropos, que te hagan esto, que hagan otro. And I feel like it has to be both ways, guys, honestly. What you want, there's that quote where the energy or what you want to see out there, you gotta start it with you. That's my perspective. So if I want my husband to be you know, romantic and sweet and do this, then I gotta do it for him too, because ultimately he's my spouse, and he wants that too. He really wants to feel loved. It's not just a one-way thing. So I feel like you gotta meet halfway. So do sweet stuff for him. Cook, like for me, cooking his favorite meal is something that he loves. You know, giving him a massage because his back hurts, and kind of like the same thing as us. Like we don't need to be, you know, asking for that. So kind of like you going and doing it like on your own. You know what I mean? So doing that, like telling him he looks handsome, stuff like that. Like that's something that inspires them to give you much more back. So girls, you gotta do it too. Trust me. It's a big change. You'll see the change in your spouse if it's not there, or if it's lacking. You'll see that it changes when they feel that energy as well. And then the big one that everybody talks about is communication. And I don't think people talk about like, well, what kind of a communication, you know? And one of the things that I think is very important is that if something bothers you, tell him. Because sometimes guys, the way they're wired, they don't think like us. So they can't read in between the lines sometimes. So just tell him if it's bothering you. You know, if he did something, just say, hey, I didn't like that. Or I'm mad because of this. Don't say I'm mad and then give him the silent treatment, because then he's not going to wonder, or he's not going to know what happened, you know, because guys, like I said, don't pay attention to all of that. Me and my husband have been together we're going to be going on our 8-year anniversary here, but we've been in a relationship for 12 years, so we've known each other for a long time. We've grown with each other for a while. We've kind of like developed, you know, ways where we know when one is mad or when one is not mad, but like knowing the reason behind it sometimes is a little hard. So ask, hey, are you mad at me, or what's up, what happened, you know? Or, you know, just making sure that you guys always talk about everything, or what do you want to do for this, or, you know, like always be open just to listening to each other, because sometimes I feel like we just want to talk but we don't really listen. So that's a big part of like communicating and making sure that you guys, you know, listen to each other. Denise, thank you for your question. Any plans for 2021? Honestly, nope. The way 2020 did us all, you guys, I don't feel like we have huge plans for it. We have a couple things here and there as far as, like I said, mentioned traveling, but not really. We're really going as it comes to us, like whatever God is planning for us, we're here for it. We're really honestly just going with the flow. Just basically being around my parents is enough for me. A lot of people are, como se dice, I'm so scared of COVID and stuff. I'm terrified, you guys, because I'm not getting it myself, because maybe, yes, I'm healthy enough to overcome it or not get symptoms from it. But my parents, you guys, my parents aren't 40 years old, 30 years old. My parents are older now. My parents have, you know, other health issues. So if they were to get that, there's a huge chance that my parents won't be able to survive it, or even in fact like come out of it in a bad, you know, in a bad way. So for me to just go about my life and not, you know, care so much about just, you know, wanting to just go out and just because I'm so tired of being home, like to me that's not reason enough, because I think about my parents and I think how much time, you know, I want to just be with them and make memories for my kids to be able to enjoy them as much as they can, because I want to be able to say that I honestly was there with them as much as I could, and not, you know, something happened and be like, well, what I should have, you know what I mean? So I know COVID or any other thing could happen. So right now my mentality is being with them, enjoying them as much as possible, because you don't know what tomorrow holds, you know, and I don't want to live with any regrets. I want to be able to be with them as much as I can, because they're my life. And you start noticing, as the older you get, the older your kids get, you start to notice like the important things and how much people really mean to you, and just being around those that you love. So before I start crying, guys, I'm gonna move on to the next question. Pero honestly, just traveling, si todo está bien ya con el nombre de Dios, salir aquí y allí un poquito para que los niños conozcan un poquito más, because I feel like Santiago hasn't, you know, seen as much as Sammy has. We used to travel all the time with Sammy. Oh, okay. It says, are you doing, thank you Brenda, are you doing Vlogmas this year? Yes, we are. We're planning on it, praying that I get all my stuff ready for it, because you already know, guys, procrastinator at its finest. Alright guys, so I'm gonna wrap it up with the last question that was like asked a bunch, and that was more babies. A big question. Are you having more babies? Honestly, cuando Santiago tenía 1 año, I told Cesar, let's have another one right away, because I wanted him to be close to Santiago and them to be growing up a little bit closer, because I feel like Sammy and Santiago are still kind of a little far apart. They're 3 years and a couple months apart. So I feel like having them closer would have been ideal. But like I said, things happen. So once Santiago turned 2 and then this whole pandemic happened, Santiago got sick, things happen. And like I said, God works in mysterious ways, and God lets us know what what to do and what, you know, how to go about things. So honestly, I had told Cesar, yes, let's do it. Let's go for baby number 3. When this whole pandemic happened, I said, let's take a step back. I don't know if that's the best thing. Maybe God is letting us know that right now is not the time. Right now it's just time for us to enjoy what we have and be blessed with what we have. Because he keeps telling me que sí, like he really wants another baby. Pero me, I don't know, guys. I get my baby fevers where I really want a baby and I'm like, let's do it, let's go for another one. And then I'm like, no, wait. So honestly, at this point right now, if I were to say yes or no, whatever God wants. I mean, puedo decirles yo aquí sentarme y decirles que no, and then a month from now, I'm telling you guys that I'm pregnant, you know what I mean? Would I want another baby? Yes, of course I would want another baby. Cesar's been wanting a little girl, so I would be so happy if I would give him that little girl, you know? Pero I honestly see myself a mama of 3 boys, so, or no. We'll see. So that was it, you guys. Asked me about the babies a lot, so that's my answer to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm already blabbering too much, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it a huge thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.